Have you ever wondered what makes a true spiritual master? Is it grand pronouncements, or is it a life lived with profound simplicity and courage? Today, we journey back in time, over 500 years ago, to a small village in Punjab, to witness the birth and awakening of a soul who would change the course of history, Guru Nanak Dev Ji. In the year 1469, in a village then known as Talwandi, now Nankana Sahib, in modern-day Pakistan, a child was born to Mata Kalu and Mata Tripta. They named him Nanak. From the very beginning, it was clear that Nanak was no ordinary child. While other children played games, Nanak was often found in deep meditation, his eyes reflecting a wisdom far beyond his years. His presence was calm and serene, and he spoke with a clarity that often left adults speechless. His teachers found they had little to teach him, as he would often question the very purpose of the knowledge they imparted, asking instead about the nature of the one true creator. His father, Mata Kalu, a respected village accountant, was naturally concerned. He wanted his son to be a practical man, successful in worldly affairs. He saw Nanak's spiritual inclinations as a distraction from the real business of life. So he tried to involve him in various professions. He tried to make him a farmer, but Nanak would get lost in contemplation, watching the birds and reflecting on God's creation. He tried to make him a cattle herder, but Nanak would spend his time in meditation while the cattle grazed, sometimes in other people's fields. One famous story from this time tells of Nanak falling asleep under a tree while herding. As the sun moved across the sky, its harsh rays fell upon his face. A cobra, seeing the divine child, came and spread its hood over Nanak's face, shielding him from the sun. The village chief, Rai Bular, witnessed this incredible sight and was convinced that Nanak was a blessed soul. But Mata Kalu remained determined to teach his son the ways of the world. One day he gave Nanak 20 rupees, a considerable sum at the time, and instructed him to go to a nearby town to strike a Sacha Sauda, or a true bargain. He wanted Nanak to buy goods, sell them at a profit, and learn the art of business. Nanak, accompanied by his friend Bhai Mardana, set off. Along the way, they came across a group of holy men who were hungry and had not eaten for days. Seeing their plight, Nanak's compassionate heart was moved. He looked at the 20 rupees in his hand. What better bargain could there be than to feed the hungry? What profit could be greater than serving those in need? He decided to use the entire sum to buy food and provisions for the holy men. He felt he had made the truest bargain of all, a bargain of compassion and selfless service. When he returned to the village empty-handed, his father was furious. He couldn't understand why Nanak had wasted the money, but for Nanak, it was the most profitable transaction of his life. The Sacha Sauda wasn't about material gain, it was about spiritual richness. This incident perfectly illustrates the core of his teachings, that true wealth lies not in hoarding possessions, but in sharing what you have with others. Another pivotal moment came when Nanak was about 9 years old. It was time for his Janeu ceremony, a significant Hindu rite of passage where a young boy is given a sacred cotton thread to wear. This thread, the Janeu, symbolized his connection to his faith and his high caste status. A priest was called, and the entire family gathered for the occasion. As the priest prepared to place the thread on Nanak, the young boy gently refused. The room fell silent. Everyone was shocked. Refusing the sacred thread was unheard of. The priest, perplexed, asked him why. Nanak, with calm confidence, replied, "What good is this thread of cotton? It can break, get soiled, be burned, or be lost. It doesn't go with the soul when it leaves this world." He then explained what kind of thread he would wear. He said, "Make compassion the cotton, contentment the thread, and truth the knots. This is the sacred thread of the soul. If you have such a thread, O holy man, Then put it on me. It will not break, nor will it get soiled, burned, or lost." With these powerful words, the young Nanak challenged a centuries-old ritual. He wasn't rejecting the faith. He was questioning blind adherence to rituals that had lost their meaning. He was pointing towards a deeper, more universal spirituality, one based on inner virtues like compassion and truth, not on external symbols or social status. He was teaching that true religion is not about what you wear or the rituals you perform, but about the purity of your heart and the righteousness of your actions. As Nanak grew into a young man, his spiritual quest intensified. He worked for a time as a storekeeper in the town of Sultanpur, in the service of Nawab Daulat Khan Lodi. He performed his duties diligently and honestly, earning everyone's respect. He would distribute much of his salary to the poor and needy, but his heart and soul were always focused on the divine. Every morning before starting his work, Nanak would go to the nearby river vein to bathe and meditate. This was his sacred routine. One morning in the year 1499, when he was about 30 years old, he went to the river as usual but did not return. He disappeared into the water. The whole town was in a panic. Search parties were sent out, but he was nowhere to be found. People feared the worst, that he had drowned. 3 days passed. Then on the third day, Nanak miraculously reappeared, emerging from the very spot where he had disappeared. But he was a changed man. His face shone with a divine light, and there was an aura of profound peace around him. He remained silent at first, simply distributing all his worldly belongings to the poor. When he finally spoke, his first words were a revolutionary declaration that would form the foundation of his mission. He proclaimed, "Na koi Hindu, na koi Musalman." There is no Hindu, there is no Musalman. This statement was radical for its time, a time rife with religious conflict and social division. He wasn't saying that Hinduism and Islam didn't exist. He was saying that in the eyes of the one Creator, these labels, these divisions, are meaningless. We are all, first and foremost, children of the same universal God. Our true identity is not our religion, caste, or creed, but our shared humanity. This was his moment of enlightenment. During those 3 days, he had experienced a direct communion with the divine. He was entrusted with a mission to spread the message of Ik Onkar, there is one God, and to guide humanity back to a path of truth, equality, and selfless service. This profound awakening marked the end of his childhood and the beginning of his life as a world teacher, a guru. It was from this point that he embarked on his legendary journeys, known as the Udasis, traveling thousands of miles on foot to share his divine wisdom with the world. The early life of Guru Nanak Dev Ji is not just a collection of stories. It's a blueprint for a meaningful life. It teaches us the power of questioning, the importance of compassion, and the courage to stand up against empty rituals and social injustice. His childhood was the fertile ground where the seeds of a universal faith were sown, a faith that sees God in every single person and service to humanity as the highest form of worship. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the formative years of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. If these stories have inspired you, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more content that explores the depths of spiritual history. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and compassionate.